Brought to you by Penguin.
Only Fools and Stories by David Jason. Read by David Jason and Michael Fenton Stevens.
I dedicate this for all the brilliant writers past and present who have created so many wonderful characters for me to portray. Introduction. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. The giant Hercules banks heavily, and then rights itself in the black night sky over Afghanistan. Inside the plane, the nerves are biting deep. We are well into our descent now, dropping down below 5,000 feet. This, we know from the briefing, is the zone of maximum vulnerability, the point where this massive flying troop ship and its human cargo become one huge, low-slung, slow-moving target for the torpedo-touting rebel forces in the mountains. I'm strapped tight in a cramped row of hard seats with my back to the fuselage. Just one of the hundreds of us in our helmets and our flak jackets with our kit bags wedged between our knees. The plane banks again and slowly twists, fumbling blindly for the runway in the blackness. Seeking comfort, but not wishing to show my own terror, I glance at the face of the soldier beside me in the dim green glow of the darkened interior. He stares unflinchingly ahead, his jaw set. What's in his mind? Is he calculating his chances of being blown out of the sky? Is he longing as strongly as I am for the safety of home and the arms of loved ones? Conversation is impossible above the constant gnawing thunder of the engines. But if I could make myself audible, I know the words I want to say to him. My unknown neighbour, twinned with me by fate and duty, my comrade on this mission into the fathomless desert night. I would say, this is a hell of a lot of trouble to be going to just to present a Pride of Britain award for ITV. Look, they asked me, and obviously I said yes, didn't I? This was back in 2010. Would you present a special recognition award to the British Army's Counter-IED Task Force, they said? Somehow not mentioning where and how. Of course, I replied straight away. Honour the armed forces, couldn't be happier to do so. If you grew up, as I did, in the aftermath of a world war, playing on North London bomb sites, romping around in the holes where people's houses used to be, respect for the military comes as naturally to you as breathing. And even if you've never played on a bomb site in your life, how could you not respect the work of the Counter-IED Task Force? An IED is an improvised explosive device, which might be a landmine or a roadside bomb, something deviously placed in a trap by your enemies to cause carnage. It's the job of the Counter-IED Task Force to go out and sweep for these devices, isolate them and annihilate them before they can do any damage to troops and innocent civilians alike. In other words, these soldiers head out every day and feel around on the ground for bombs in order to save lives. Talk about bravery. So an award for people who do this work and who have been doing it in extraordinarily dangerous circumstances during the seemingly interminable conflict in Afghanistan. I'm right behind that. Frankly, it's the least an actor like me with no military experience can do. And let's face it, it's not really a hardship. I've been around a while. I know how these televised award ceremonies go. They're not my favourite things in the world, as will become clear a little later in our story. They're certainly not my favourite thing in the world when it's me who's up for an award. But this is different. This is doing the handing over. Step out on stage, bit of a smile, bit of a wave, quick.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?